Because I saw you in one of your YouTube videos. Yeah, because you do a lot of lessons these days, which are awesome.
Yes,
Um,
I do. Yes.
and you said you need to understand intervals to be a good musician. Just wondering
Right.
why that is.
Why that is? Because interval is more like color.
Hmm.
Major six, minor nine, chord, or intervals. Usually there's a basic pitch. You can hear major, third, fifth. That's triads.
Hmm.
Even triads, third, fifth root, fifth root, third. So there's inversions.
Hmm.
So that if you can hear interval, then you can identify melody and harmony easier without a guitar. So that as a musician, you have to have a good ear. Good ear means understand intervals to understand chord structure, chord changes, and all the details.
Mm.
Yeah. So sometimes musicians' great ear means having 20 years of playing R&B and blues, and so that the person learns so much, a lot of hard way, and then knowing a lot of song. That's why seems like having a great ear, but that doesn't mean on the spot to hear the different music to understand. So yeah, it's really interesting because, and then somebody will want to talk, oh, why not? You have a perfect pitch.
Hmm.
Perfect pitch is like a little bit um people have an illusion about that things because
Right.
perfect pitch is just sense that somebody born with hearing a pitch so perfectly. But that doesn't mean that person can play music really well or improvise well. That's a different thing. Musicality, rhythmic feel, and all that stuff.
Mm.
But intervals, first thing to me, I teach people intervals. So
Mm.
that's why when I teach music, first, like I don't teach two octave scales.
Right.
The reason is too easy to learn, too easy to teach.
Right.
Because if you have a napkin and a pen, I can show you major scale or pentatonic scale. 5 minutes, you learn that, you have that. But I guarantee 3 years later, you play same thing. Just because you capture that sound
Mm.
visually.
Mm.
So what I teach is more like I try, almost like, I try to teach blind person
Right.
because I don't use any visual aspect of a guitar. I use everything about listening. The
Hmm.
funny part is to use your ear, that's the part you don't really see anything because not visually understand. That's my job to teach them how
Mm.
to use ear
Hmm.
correctly with the music as a musician, not listening music as a hobby.
Hmm.
That's why first lesson, for example, if somebody email me about my Skype lesson,
Mm.
first thing I have a lot of questions ask that person. First question is, I shouldn't say this one, but because then I review my lesson. But
Okay. Okay.
anyway,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
one part I can review one part. I
Hmm.
strongly I ask list 5 artists that you respect influenced by.
Hmm.
Okay, so this means this is not all you want, all you listen. Do you know what I mean? You have to kind of nail down
Hmm.
who's really 5 persons that influence you, but also you love those sounds, want to be.
Mm.
So if somebody lists 10 artists, I would say narrow down to 5.
Right.
Then usually I have a lot of questions though like that. Then very end I say, take your time and get back to me, but don't get back to me today. Do you
Right.
understand? Take your
So what do you
and
do
then
in
usually
that time? Like, is there a lesson?
yeah,
Is there a lesson there, or that's just
no, because this is funny.
right?
This is a lesson to see this person's really work hard or not.
Hmm. Got it.
Then that person is already get free lesson to understand how to work harder.
Right.
Do you understand?
Hmm.
Then people, you know, reply the email. Then I give my source of information. my lesson. The
Right.
first email, I don't give any information because if I give information, if that person cannot handle it,
Hmm.
me and that person, we waste our time
Right.
exchanging information that we don't use.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I very, uh, you know,
That's a very good,
my way.
good
Yeah,
tactic or whatever you want to call it. Is to.
yeah. So because I get such a many volume of email I get.
Yeah.
So basically said, thank you. This is all I need to know. So that person long email about all the history, all the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Then I answer. This is what I teach. If you agree with me, then back to me. Then third email, we do or we don't.
Right. That's very cool,
But
man.
the one topic is you have to narrow down 5 artists that you respect, you love, and you influenced by. Most people say that was really difficult, but that was really great to dig in.
Hmm. So,
Because if I don't know
yeah.
5 artists, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Go ahead. My question was what you're saying now. Like,
So because what happens is if somebody casually tell me, "Oh, I love John Mayer, I love Derek Traxton, I love such and such." Okay. Yeah, I love Chuck Berry and I love Wes Montgomery. Oh, of course I love Steve Vai.
hmm.
But that's kind of to me, it's almost like what you like about overall music and artists. That's
Mm-hmm.
good. But if you want to be a musician, that's hard work.
Hmm.
It's not like whatever you like to do. Then you basically casually playing, practicing guitar. That guarantee you're not gonna be a great guitar player.
Right.
You're gonna be a guitar player, but
Hmm.
not great guitar player because not well thought about plan. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
So I'm very picky about that. So my lessons really teach people how to judge things
Hmm.
before you start something because that's really important, I think,
Right.
whether you do or not. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I'm very picky about 5 artists to list up.
That's super fascinating.